Why it's so dang dark? It is. So, guys, it's not every day that one of your dreams comes true, but today is one of those days for me, and I am incredibly happy and incredibly stoked about what happened today. So, this morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I noticed a paoli soprani accordion on OfferUp for $200. And I just got my GA money today. So I messaged the guy and he said, first come, first serve. Whoever gets here first gets it. This guy was having people in England offer him $1,000 plus shipping for this accordion. And I, my friend, got my dream accordion for $200 fucking. This is a Paoli Soprani professional grand accordion. I don't know why it's so dark, but my face is all. Oh, my face is probably blacked out because like the animes, and I'm dying, so that's probably why the face is blacked out. Foreshadowing, my friends. I haven't felt good the past couple of days. My health is not getting better, obviously. It's getting worse. And like the doctor told me, I could have 2 weeks, I could have 2 months, I could have 2 years, I could have 10 years. There's just no telling. It's up in the air. But the way my body's feeling and has been feeling, things aren't looking too good, homie. But I've never been one to worry about tomorrow, and I'm not going to start today because I just that's just not me. Um, but I do know one thing that I'm fixing to play this dream accordion all night tonight. I started bleeding earlier. No idea where the blood came from. Probably not a good sign. But I don't fucking care because death does not scare me one bit. I think we all know that about me. I'm not scared of death. This life has not gave me the best hand to play with, but I've made what I can with it. And there's been good times and there's been bad times. But I don't take back anything I've ever been or everything I've ever done in this world. I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of the things I've done in this life. I've loved hard, I've lived fast, I've experienced a lot of things. And I'm pretty content with where I've been and what I've done in life. And if I die tomorrow, the only thing I'll regret is that I did not outlast my pup here. The husky, it's kind of why I got her. In case I die first, that Jinx has somebody with her. I don't want her to be alone. If I was to die, then that means she will have lost everything, and I'm not going to let that happen. At least she's got this crackhead, demonic Shepsky to keep her company. But that's her kid now. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So, if you've ever been on my TikTok, I don't get on it very often, but it's there. I got on it last night and this morning, and a couple of my posts blew up. There's about Trump. I made a post that Trump's doing some pretty gangster stuff right now when it comes to government, and I'm a fan of what he's doing right now. He's acting a lot differently than he did in his first term. Even the way he speaks, and the way he addresses things. I'm not a fan of everything he's doing, but I am a fan of some things. And I made a post, and people started attacking me, and I thought that was really stupid. But it got a lot of it's got a lot of views. It's still blown up. So many notifications that I can't even keep up with them. Um, I don't know why my TikTok didn't blow up when I needed it to, going through all that shit. Now it blows up over something like this. What the fuck? I'll probably die in a couple weeks. I don't even know where this blood came from. It's just, I don't even give a shit. I'm too happy to give a shit. My dogs are happy and healthy. I may be dying, but I got this badass fucking accordion. And that makes me happy. Look at all the switches. Look at all the voices. Or listen to all the voices. I can finally finish my song, The Ballad of Simon Belmont. That's not it. I didn't make it around. I'm just super stoked. I never dreamed in a million years I would have a Belly Soprano accordion. It's a $2,000 accordion, and I got it for $200. It is in damn near mint condition, and it's from the 1950s. So I could not be more happier than I am right now. I'm just stoked. I'm so happy. And it's absolutely perfect. And look at the bellows, they're so pretty. Oh man, this thing is so amazing. So beautiful. Alright, before I piss off the neighbors too much, I just wanted to show you guys that. I don't play here because these things are loud as shit. I do enough yelling and screaming to get on the neighbors' nerves. They all want me gone. Maybe a couple of them like me. Most of them just want me fucking gone. I don't give a shit because I want to be gone too. And I will be soon. But you cannot rain on my parade today at all. You could fucking throw bags of shit at me and I would still be happy. Only thing that could happen to me is that I just drop dead, which is totally a possibility, but I would die a happy man. So I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna eat some dinner, and then we're gonna go play some music. Cause hell yeah. So here's a little story I wanted to tell. My phone died, so I couldn't. We're gonna make a TikTok about it, but you only got 10 minutes. You know me with telling stories, I tend to make them drawn out. Attention to detail. Maybe it's a Cap Scout thing from the Army. I just like to add all that detail. But here we go. Now, all my life, I believe that everything happens for a reason. Not in the sense that your fate is predetermined, but that when something happens, there's a reason for it. You can use that instance to be a pivotal point in your life. It could be a number of things, you know? It could be something simple, but it could be something massive. But there's a reason that it happened. And you can find out that reason and apply it to your betterment. It could be wisdom. It could be learning a hard lesson. It could be learning a trade. It could be a number of things. It could be any life story or incident or situation. Whatever it is, there was a reason that it happened. And if you figure out that reason, then you can apply it towards your life for the better. I made a TikTok the other day how a lot of people over here in the city are assholes. I made it this morning. And by being assholes, I'll give you a prime example. When I left the dog park this morning after getting coffee, a lady walked by the dog park and she was just mean mugging me. Just looking at me like I was a piece of shit. Just all the way, like turning her neck over. When we left the dog park, we started walking. She was ahead of us on the sidewalk. She looked back about 3 times, just looking at me with a smug look, just like I was Satan himself. She was, grr. Whatever. I'm used to people like looking at me like that from traveling and whatnot and tramping it. So it doesn't really bother me. I don't give a shit what other people think about me. I know I'm not a bad guy. I know I'm not a bad person. So whatever your opinion of me, I don't give a damn. Hey, chill out, guys. Anyway, what? That's her bone anyway. Here, Rose. I got that for her. I'll give you something else. Stealing bones. Anyway. So we were walking behind the lady and she got to her residence, her place of abode, and when she got there, she, unlocked her door, and before she went in, she turned and looked at me and just gave me this god awful glare. Whatever. I crossed the street just to get out of her view sight. But it kind of made me think. It almost felt like she did not think that I belonged here, this old white lady. And I want to tell her, hey, newsflash, white people aren't native to here. Believe it or not, like me, I can trace my lineage and my history back. That I know where I come from. I come from Germanic tribes and Scottish tribes. We can trace my family on the Scottish side, the Gaelic side, way back, way back. Their Germanic side only goes back to like the late 1800s, but I do know that it comes from Germany. Um, so I know somewhat about my culture and my history and where my people came from. I know that we didn't come from Arkansas, where most of my family settled, or Texas. We're not native to Arkansas and Texas. Now, Tejas is the name of that area. It has been the name of that area for a long time. San Francisco is not the name of this place. I can't remember the name of it. It's on the sign right down here. It's like the name that the indigenous people in this area years ago called this area. And because of San Francisco's geographical location, it has always been people here. They would come here to trade. Um, they would come here for water, all kinds of stuff. To support, you know. It has always been a place where people gather. And when San Francisco is gone and in ruins, it will still be a place where people come and gather. That's just how it's going to be unless the world is absolutely destroyed. But life goes on. It'll renew itself and grow again. And unless the whole topography and geography changes, which could be a possibility, it has been, over time, that place. What it hasn't been is a 60-year-old white lady's home forever. I'm sorry, Carolyn, but you are not a native to this land. You call your native San Francisco all the fuck you want to, but you are not native to this land. That's like me saying I'm native to this land. I'm not. I'm native on the other side of the fucking planet. Scotland and Germany. That's where I come from. A lot of people don't know where they come from, and that's okay. They don't know their history. They don't know their culture. A lot of people in America are like that. You ask them where they come from, they'll tell you Florida, California. Oh, motherfucker, I ain't where you come from. We don't come from North America if you look like me. Hispanic people, and I don't mean people from Spain. I mean how do you say it? It's like Mexico or something. It would be the native people here that are from Central and South America area the Spaniards mixed with, and they came over and colonized the area, which gives the name to a lot of the Hispanic people that are here now, which have been here for a long time, but they were colonizing the same way the white settlers were colonizing parts. We had whole wars over this in North America, fighting against Spain, fighting against France. Even though the French people are white too, they were still different than the Europeans. A lot of France has more Gaelic roots. That's what France is. But also, Irish and Scottish have Gaelic roots in them as well. They are different than the European settlers. The European settlers actually enslaved us as well. Like they're just evil. They tried to basically eradicate the Druids, which I have a super. I consider myself a Druid, and I have a real strong affinity to Druidic teachings and things of that nature. And the Europeans tried to eradicate with them. Was it not Saint Timothy? No, which one? The one that's supposed to cast snakes out of Ireland. Can't remember which one it was. There's a Saint Patrick. Duh. The snakes were the Druid and the heathens. Everybody who wasn't Christian, the pagans. Me, where my blood comes from. That's what they wanted to cast out Europe because it wasn't that specific belief, that specific skin tone, and that specific type of person. They're probably like some of the OG racist people before racism was even a thing. There's something about Europeans that just really suck. And I'm glad I'm not a white European. I can happily say that even though most people call me white European. I am neither of those things. I am white, but I'm not European. Not one drop of European blood in me. People don't realize that there's different types of white people. We're not all the same, believe it or not. And a lot of us don't like others. Like people with Viking history are not fucking, they're Nordic. They're not European. Now, some of the Europeans and the Nordic people mix. So do some of the Gaelic and. But I can trace my family back over 600 years. So, and then before that, you kind of, I'm not them. I ain't your buddy guy. I'm not your buddy. That being said, it goes back to what my first topic is don't act like this is your land when this is not your land and this is not your fucking city. You don't own a damn thing here in San Francisco. Because you're SF native does not make you better than anybody because you're not an SF native. You're not indigenous to this land. So why do you think you're more entitled to San Francisco than anybody else? Get your head out of your ass. This is the United States of America, and America is a nation of immigrants, not a nation of a select group of people. I don't never candy coat anything. I'm not going to sweeten it up for you. If you get offended by what I say, then you know I'm fucking right. Everything is not catered to what you want it to be. Some things may shock you. Some things you may not agree with, but that does not make them less so. The place that I am in currently has been here long before it was ever called San Francisco. And before that it had a name. And before that it probably had another name and another name. It is still what it is. It's a place where people gather because that's what humans do. Subconsciously or consciously, that's what humans do. They come together and they trade, they barter, and they have commerce. That's just how people work. So when you think somebody doesn't belong in San Francisco, remember that this place, like the United States, is open to fucking everybody. And San Francisco has been known for that for a long time. And I don't hear shit from people who moved to San Francisco. It's always the people who claim to be native to here. The fuck out of here. You ain't native to here. Ain't no white motherfucker native to here. And if you say you are, you're a fucking idiot. Hate to be so blunt, but you're a fucking idiot. That being said, it really rubbed me the wrong way because there's a lot of assholes like that here. Snobby, techie, people who live here a long time, or they're natives, and just think they're better than everybody else. You're not. Newsflash, you're not. Here's something else. I see a lot of asshole tactics here, and the majority of them come from people that have lived and grown up here and consider themselves native. At first, I thought it was maybe just a California thing, but I've been to many rural areas of California, even down in Hemet, which is like a couple hours outside of LA. They call it the asshole of California. Our neighbors, we had Hispanic people on this side and we had black people on the other side, and we were white. We all intermingled. We'd have dinner together sometimes. You know, we talked. You know what I'm saying? It had a neighborhood community feel to it. You don't really have that here. People don't really chit chat in passing. Me and a guy, he was from Louisiana. We had a nice talk today on the bus. But we both agreed that city people here, you probably wouldn't have had that conversation. Maybe you do if you're from the city. You have conversations with each other. But where I'm from, where I grew up at, no, I'm from where I grew up at, you know, he's in the South. And there's a thing called Southern hospitality. Somebody's walking behind you into a store, you hold the door open for them. It doesn't matter if it's a 300-pound guy, you hold the damn door open for somebody behind you. That shit don't happen here. When you're walking through a crosswalk, you don't rush the people through in your car. You wait till people get, you wait till people start fucking walking and the area is clear. Then you drive your car through. Other day I was at Safeway, and this lady pushing a stroller with two infant kids in it could not walk past the stop sign, you know, sidewalk, and where the cars are coming in and out. She couldn't walk past there because the cars wouldn't fucking stop and let her through. So I walked out there and I made all the damn cars stop and I let the lady walk through. Before that lady could pass me, this asshole in his car speeds up and drives through so he can drive through before her. I said, "You son of a bitch, you let this woman go through. You saw her." He's like, "Yeah, I did see her. I knew I wasn't going to hit her." I said, "You should have fucking waited, you asshole. She's got two kids in the stroller and you're going to speed through. Why don't you wait your damn 30 seconds so this lady can walk through with her fucking kids?" And that pissed me off so bad. Because you see that shit a lot here. In the South, not so much. Now, you may not like this motherfucker. You may not even like his skin color, but you're going to respect him and you're not going to treat him like shit. That's how the South rolls. And when people tell me that the South is more racist, I just don't believe it. Now, you may be racist, but you still respect motherfuckers and you don't treat people like that. And that's the difference. I thought it was a West Coast thing at first, but I think it's more of an urban thing where a lot of people come together in big cities. And San Francisco is one of the most populated cities in the United States. So it's a mixture of all different types of cultures and a mixture of different types of people who don't even know who their fucking culture is from. And that sucks because that's an American thing. A lot of Americans, regardless of what color you are, don't know your culture. You don't like it. Unfortunately, for a lot of black people, they were robbed of their culture. So even if they could remember it, they don't fucking know. That sucks. And then for the white people, they're just fucking too dumb to research where the fuck they're from and have no clue. Which to me is so comical because some of these people aren't even who they claim to be. Like you may have Spaniard blood in you and not even know, and you think you're white, and you don't even fucking know that you're not fucking all white. And it's so comical because I had a buddy of mine that was like that. Found out he had Spanish blood in you. I was like, hey, you're not all white now. He's like, what? What are you talking about? I was like, yeah, motherfucker, you're fucking basically mulatto. What do you mean? I said, well, Spaniards aren't white, bro. The Romans weren't white. Latin people weren't white. Well, they look white. That doesn't matter. It's just white passing. And he's like, holy shit, I'm not white. I said, no, you're part white, but you're not you're not totally white. I'm pretty damn white. Can't get much more white than me unless you're Nordic or you're European, which are all white people. The Germanic people, white people. Slavic people, white people. Some Slavic people, though, have like indigenous, like native blood in them. Russia is a very big place. Different parts of Russia are inhabited by different types of people. So a lot of people don't realize that. So the Russian people are not one race. They're not all Slavic. Um, there's some parts of Russia that Russia doesn't even go to. I know that sounds crazy, but there's areas of Russia that indigenous people still live in. And even though the Kremlin rules over it, they have their own stuff. It's weird. But they're so far out in the middle of nowhere that Russia can't really go do anything. That's hilarious to me. And they're really beautiful indigenous community. They're not tribes, they're communities. They have towns and cities and whatnot, but they're totally indigenous. And, and they're beautiful. It's so hilarious to me. But it's also so cool because, like, I love looking at these other countries that, as an American, we're told are evil. Like the Soviet Union, we were always told that was evil propaganda. You're programmed to believe what they want you to believe. And once you open up your mind and you start looking at things as a whole and how they really are, and open up your mind to how other people are, other cultures, then you're going to start to see how much our government, has fucking lied to you. And is still lying to you. I don't like Trump because he's a fucking billionaire. I don't like any billionaire. Anybody that has that much money, I do not like. I don't think they're good people. I don't care if you're a politician, if you build cars, if you're a rapper, I don't give a fuck what you are, what color you are. If you got that much money, I don't fucking like you. The billionaires of this world, the wealthy, are the ones who cause all the problems. They're the ones who decide to go to war. But guess who fights those wars? We do. Guess who dies? We do. It's stupid. And then we're arguing amongst ourselves. Makes no damn sense. People talk about a global consciousness or awakening. We are so far from that. It's not going to happen. Not anytime soon. not underneath these conditions. Now, maybe if World War III happens and knocks out most of the population, then we could have a global consciousness of the people that's left. And we probably would have an awakening after that. It's a reset, and they know it's going to happen, and they will be safe from it. Why do you think Elon Musk is trying to go to fucking Mars? Right, because there's fucking aliens on the moon. And we can't go. They say somebody just sent a spacecraft to the moon. I'm not sure who it was. It's a private company. It's an American company. I'd like to know what they did, but they don't go to the dark side of the moon. I don't know if we ever went to the moon. I don't know if the motherfucking Earth is round. Don't get me on that. Because I know the horizon and all that shit. There's some weird shit out there. I don't believe anything until I see it. I'm like doubting Thomas. Thomas said that he would not believe that the Lord rose again and was walking until he saw him with his eyes, and he placed his hands on his wounds and saw with his own eyes that it was indeed the Lord. I'm the same way. I'm not going to believe it unless I see it. But one thing I do know, and I've known this my entire life, every fiber of my being, we are in the end times, and I don't mean from a biblical standpoint. I truly feel that we will witness the end of the world as we know it. Whether it happens by global cataclysms, nuclear war, or alien invasion, or anything. I believe that it will be the end of the world as we know it, at least in my lifetime. I believe that I will see it. And I believe that my reason for living and my purpose has not yet been fulfilled. I'm still not sure what it is. I feel it's important to whatever my life is, but I haven't fulfilled it yet. My mom, my dad, and my grandparents all said I'm supposed to do something. They've always felt that. And I've always felt like they've been disappointed because I haven't lived the traditional lifestyle, lived up to their expectations, other than my step grandfather, who said, as long as you're happy and you feel comfortable where you are, it's all you need to do. He said, you don't have to live the life that other people want you to or what society imposes on you, as long as you're happy and you're doing what you want to do. And that made me have more respect for that man than anybody I've ever known, because he was the only one who made me feel like what I'd done with my life meant something. My mom, she's always told me, I wish you would do this or I wish you would do that. She never once told me she was proud of me. She never once took an interest in the things that I did in life. That ticked me off. But that's her. I'm not going to let somebody else's ideals and viewpoints and what they want deter me or change who I am. It sucks that I didn't have a good family growing up that I should have had, that a child should have had. If I would have had kids, I would have made sure that they had that. But I never wanted kids. I didn't have kids. I wouldn't take any of it back because I learned a lot of things through my life and the things that I went through where I was able to help other people. And I believe that is a big part of my life is helping other people. And I still feel that helping other people is going to be a very big part of my life before I die. I don't really believe in a biblical God or the religious sense of a God. I don't know what's out there. But I do feel that there's a guiding force. And I don't think it's going to let me die until my purpose is fulfilled, whatever it is. So I know it's got to happen pretty damn soon because my body's going to give out before too long. But we're going to see. But for now, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to get back on here. I got to do a lot of work within these next 2 months to be able to secure me a vehicle. I'm either going to get a Suburban or I'm going to spend every damn bit of my back pay that I get to buy me a freaking G-Wagon. Why not? I own a damn Mercedes G-Wagon with an AMG kit. And if I get $120,000 and I got to spend $100,000 of it on the G-Wagon, I'm going to fucking have one. You know what? Why the fuck not? And then I'm going to go pull it up to a Walmart and a fly sign. Just because I'm chaotic like that. And I think it's hilarious. I drive around and panhandle people in my G-Wagon. Why? Because I fucking can. That's why. If I had any hair left, I'd grow a mullet out and drive my G-Wagon. That's because I'm chaotic. And I believe in chaos magic, and I believe it works in a certain mannerism. It's very beneficial to the earth. But that's a whole other story. So I hope that you do hear from me again. I hope that I am here to tell this story and keep these things moving and continue all these stories that I have in this page. I wish I was able to work on all this stuff more. I'm just not able to. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm not going to be able to walk for much longer. Today I wasn't able to walk a lot of the day. And that sucks coming from somebody who backpacked all over North America, climbed mountains, and hitchhiked coast to coast more times than I can remember. For me to not be able to walk good and eventually will be in a wheelchair, it sucks. I'm not going to say it doesn't suck. It does suck. But I'm going to die, and there's no way around that. So I'm not going to let that drag me down. I'm just going to try to do as much as I can before I fucking go. That's how I've always looked at life, you know? So I hope you guys continue. Stay with me on this ride. See me out for the long run. But if the world does come to end, I hope I get to see you guys after that too. And hopefully build something more beautiful than what this world has become and what my life has given to me. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's why I've survived this long. What's to start anew? But we'll see. I'm going to go try to start this Hep C treatment really soon. And hopefully get it done quicker. Sooner than later. Once that's done, I'm going to check on that within the next couple days. I'm leaving. Once I get that medicine and I have all the medicine that I need, or if I have to stay here to take it, I'm not going to stay here another year. If they try to make me take it for another year, I just won't take it. I'll just fucking leave. I just won't take it. And I'll just live with Hep C for the rest of my life. I'm not going to stay in the city another fucking year. This is not where I need to be. I don't know what's guiding me, but it's sure as hell not me. But we'll see. I'm going to try to get out of here in a couple months. If any of you out there want to help donate, it'd be appreciated. I'd like to get me a nice running Suburban, you know, so I can go off-road, get out in nature. Go to Oregon first, and after that, I'm just going to travel. I may leave the country on a plane, go down to Argentina and Uruguay, because that's something I really want to do. Go to the end of the world in Argentina before I die. With my fuck, I promise you to see that. Pretty sure my dog's got a year left. And I think I may have a year left. And I think we can get to Argentina in about 6 months. So that's the plan. I'd like to see that before I die. I don't have a lot of money right now, so if you guys want to throw me some money, it's always appreciated. I'm not doing drugs. I'd tell you if I was. Since I've had this YouTube, I've done drugs a few times. And I told you. But hey, I found out I was fucking dying. Can you blame me? All I do is smoke weed. I can't drink. I drank a non-alcoholic beer today. The first time I've even been in a bar in 5 years since Berkeley died. Not one fiber of me wanted to drink a beer, you know, or have a shot of whiskey. I just wanted food. Yeah. If I ever am around alcohol, I always get an alcoholic beer, non-alcoholic beer, because I feel like my dad would roll over in his grave. At least I didn't drink something, you know. The Williams bloodline been a bloodline of drinkers, and I felt like it would have did them a disservice if I didn't at least drink something. And if you don't know, non-alcoholic beer has about 0.05 alcohol in it. You can drink 100 of them and still not get drunk, but technically it does have alcohol in it. So I felt like I should drink something. If you're in a bar, you got to drink something. You know? Don't even have to be Shirley Temple if it comes down to it, but damn it, you got to drink something. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm super happy today. If I get jumped by a bunch of college kids tonight, I'm gonna whoop every one of their asses. Because you cannot bring me down from the high I'm on tonight. I ain't been this happy in a long time. Finally getting one of those fucking recordings, and it's been a dream of mine for almost 15 years. And it came true today, so I'm fucking happy as hell. I'm gonna go wash this blood off of me. You guys have a good night.